everyone, Jack here at 360 Fitness. Happy holidays and happy New Year to you. It's New Year's Eve right now. We're just about to get ready to close up shop at the gym and enjoy some family and friends this evening. But I wanted to shoot you guys a quick little video on something that's very important right now, especially come New Year's and especially a chance for new beginnings. It is goal setting for New Year's resolution success. So this is obviously a hot topic and it's trending right now. But I wanted to chat with you guys about how to set up your goals properly, how to set up your goals for short-term, long-term success, and how to set up your goals that they actually mean something to you, so you can succeed down the road. And this doesn't have to do with just fitness goals. It really doesn't. It is a great method on how to set them up for everything, whether it's budgets or lifestyle, relationships, work. It really doesn't matter. So I know my head is down in this little corner right here, and it's heading off a lot of the PowerPoint presentation. So I'll chat about anything we're missing in there that's important. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. So I want to just clear something up right off the bat. Proper goal setting is hands down the best way to achieve success. And I know that sounds corny and sounds fluffy, but I can't emphasize this enough, that if you do not set goals and you do not set goals properly, you're not going to get anywhere. That's a crappy thing to say. It's not a nice thing to say, but you're not going to get anywhere at all. If you have no idea where you're going, how can you expect to get there? It's like trying to find a treasure on the map without the X. You're just blindly just roaming around waiting for something to happen. So, what they say is that when opportunity comes around, you have to take it. And this is the best way for you to give yourself the best opportunity for success, is proper goal setting. And being in the fitness industry, we see this all the time. We have lots of clients come in like, hey, I'm really excited. I'm 100% committed. I want to lose 50 pounds. Say, that's awesome. That's great. So how are we going to get there? What do you want to do? And they give you that big blank stare. They have so much focus on the end result. They have so much focus on the end game. They have so much focus on the very last step. And they have no idea where to start, where to even begin, how to set their goals, and what success even looks like to them. They're mystified by it. So they're just creating these fluffy goals just to have them, just to make themselves feel better and just to put it down on paper. And in the end, it's useless. So we're going to really figure out today, we're going to dive in and we're going to talk about how to develop a SMART goal, how to stay accountable to it, guys, and then how to achieve that goal as best as possible. So let's go. Let's do it. So here's what we're covering today, is we're going to find your why. This is super important. Okay, we're going to get into that after. We're going to figure out the SMART goal setting formula. We're going to talk about some tips on how to stay accountable to these goals, and then we're actually going to chat about how to make these goals a reality, because that's what we're here for. We're here to make these happen, not just talk about it, not just be fluffy about it. So let's get something clear right now, guys. You will never get anywhere if you don't take action. You will never get anywhere if you don't take action. I don't care if you have the best intentions in the world. I don't care if you have the nicest goal planner on the planet. I don't care about any of that stuff. If you are not going to take action on this, you're not going to get anywhere at all. We're going to need you to commit to doing, not to commit to thinking about doing. Let's take some action on this to make it happen. Keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this, okay? Let's do it. Let's get started. First and foremost, do not be a statistic. This sucks. This is something I don't like talking about. It just makes me feel bad every single time. But it's real, and it's happening, and it's getting worse. So let's go through this real quick. When we're setting up New Year's resolutions, obviously a lot of them have to do with health and fitness, and that's terrific. So this is where this comes from. And it's very sad, but about 1 in 10, around 92% of people don't follow through on New Year's resolutions. That is not a good statistic to have. We should have it the other way around. We should have 92% of people succeeding and 8% falling off the wayside. This is not good. So as you can see, we got a bunch of little happy being met at the top. We got 10 people starting New Year's resolutions. Boom, day one has failed. day one is off the wagon. They don't even start. They had, again, the best intentions, but they're not getting anywhere. They fell off the wagon before the wagon even got moving. Week 1, boom, another one down. So less than 7 days. We're January 8th now, and we have 20% of the people off the wagon, off the rocker, and not achieving their goals. And this is all of the resolutions. So all of them. So if you set 5 New Year's resolutions, you are over 5 by week 1 on average. 30 days, just under 50% of people are knocked off the wagon. 90 days later, over 50%. So we have people falling off after 90 days. And if you don't know, there's 365 days in the year. So we have quite a ways to go, and we're already half done. We got 6 months, again, at 60%. 1 year, we got one and only one happy little green man at the bottom. He should have his arms up. He made it through. So 8%, around 1 in 10 people, will actually follow through with their New Year's fitness resolutions. That is scary. That sucks. And being in the fitness industry, that's not a good stat to have. It just means that people don't know where to go. They don't know where to get started. And then when they have a plan, they're not accountable to it. So let's go through that today, and let's get you set up for success from the very first step to the last step, okay? Let's not make you a statistic. You can be that other 8%. Be this happy little green guy at the end. Let's get started with finding your why. So why the heck do you want to do this? What makes you click? What's your spark? And what do you want from this? This is so huge. We have to have an understanding of what these goals mean to us. So what I'm talking about is, let's say we have a weight loss goal. Being 50 pounds down shouldn't be your why. It shouldn't. It's what will the 50 pounds down change in your life. That should be your why. Okay, so waking up in the morning and seeing the scale 50 pounds down, that isn't going to make you a happier person. I know it sounds nice and fluffy and everything, but it's not. It's not going to happen. You are not going to feel better as a person just being down 50 pounds on the scale and seeing that visual of that number changed. It's not. It's the things that it's going to be happening in your life or about to happen in your life that being 50 pounds down is enabling you to do now. It's whether it's climbing up the stairs and not being out of breath, going hiking with your friends, going skiing with your friends, being able to keep up with your kids. It's being able to fit into that favorite outfit of yours in the back of the closet that has been staring you for years, and you just kind of wanted to break out of it. That's the thing that is related to your why. Not the 50 pounds down. It's what's going to happen and change in your life for the better. What opportunities are going to come now? What situations are going to come now? Whether it's more confidence or more charisma, or whether you're going to ask that pretty girl out next door, or whether you're going to ask for that promotion, or whether you're going to join that fitness challenge, or be a better role model for your kids. That's your why. And if you have a weight loss goal and it's your why, you're setting up for failure, hard and fast. And you're going to fail, and fail hard, and fall hard too. So figure out what this means to you, why it's important to you, and where do you see yourself in the end. That's your why, okay? So really figure that out. Make this as emotional as possible, and make sure this is relatable to you and only you as much as possible. Okay, so once you have your why, and only when you have your why can we go forward. So if you don't have a why right now, you don't have something that's really meaningful to you, pause, rewind, do this again. Get a piece of paper out. Do not go anything farther if you have not found what is important to you and what you want out of this journey. All right? If you are, let's get going. So we follow a very, very simple success formula here at 360 with ourselves, with our business, with our staff, with our clients. Everything that we do here, all of our goals are set up using this one formula. Simply because it works, and it works freaking awesome. So everything that we do here and every goal we have, it has to be a SMART goal. And if it doesn't match this criteria, and if it doesn't match this formula and the sequence, it doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. We keep going and breaking that goal down into better and better and better formulas to make sure that this works for us. So when we're creating any goal, again, whether it's a budget or relationship, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's work, whether it's health and fitness, your goals have to be SMART goals. They have to be specific, they have to be measurable, they have to be attainable, they have to be relevant to you, and they have to be timely or time-based. It just has to happen that way for a good goal plan to work short, long term. All right. So let's break these down a little bit more, and let's dive into actually setting up a smart goal. So specific. Okay. So the big S. So a specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general goal. To set a specific goal, you must answer the 6 W's at all times. Everything has to make sense here. All right. So who is involved in the goal? What do I want to accomplish? Again, what's your why? Where do I want it to be accomplished? So identify a location. When do I want to have it established by or completed by? Again, go back to your why. Which? So identify requirements and constraints. So what are the things that have to happen? What are the things that have to be put into place? And what are the obstacles and roadblocks that have to be torn down for it to work? And then again, why? So what are the specific reasons, purposes, and benefits of your accomplishments? Again, I don't care that you want to lose 50 pounds. That's all good and all. That's great. But why? Why is that important to you? What's going to be better in your life being 50 pounds down? So let's chat about what the difference is between a general goal and a specific goal. So general goal would be get in shape and burn fat. Sounds fine. Sounds fine for about a minute and a half and you fail. Okay. A specific goal would say join a gym by Friday and work out 3 days a week for the next 6 weeks. That's specific. So again, get your mindset off of that end result. Get your mindset off the last step and get your mindset set up for the first step. All right. So getting in shape and burning fat is all fine and dandy, but you don't wake up one morning from the next and say, yep, I'm in shape and I've burnt fat. There's no difference between that theory at day 89 than day 90 versus day 91. There's no difference in it. But it's tangible and it makes sense if I say, I have to join a gym by Friday and work out 3 days a week for the next 6 weeks. I can see whether I've done that or not. That is the step to getting in shape and burning fat, not the other way around. Okay? So you're going to be basing your goals on the things that have to happen for the end goal to be achieved. All right? Breaking them down into smaller, more achievable goals. And it has to be specific, right? We have a lot of dates and times and what we have to do in this goal. So join a gym by Friday and work out 3 days a week for the next 6 weeks. You'll know exactly whether you're on track or not with the second one, not with the first one. Get in shape and burn fat. You'll have no idea where you are, what you're doing. If it's working, if it's not working, it's not going to make any difference, okay? So that's what you have to do by specific. Let's keep going. So all your goals have to be measurable. So establish concrete criteria for measuring progress towards the attainment of each goal you set. It's pretty simple, guys. When you measure your progress, you stay on track. You reach your target dates, and you experience the exhilaration of achievement, which is super, super important. And that spurs you on the continued effort to aspire to reach your goal, or to set new ones and kick those asses too. So that is really, really important. When you measure it, and when you see that you've actually got there, it's awesome. And results breeds results, and energy breeds energy. So when you measure your goal and you actually hit it, you're going to do even better the next time. Okay? So to determine if a goal is measurable, it has to answer these questions. So how much? How many? How will I know when it's actually been accomplished? And how will I feel when I get there? All right. So we do about an assessment every 4 to 6 weeks here at the gym. And if I had it my way, if we could do it, I'd like to do an assessment every day. Just holding people accountable and measuring results is phenomenal. And that's the way that it needs to be done for all your goals. Okay. Set measurable goals. Make sure that the answer is how much, how many, how will I know when it's accomplished, and how will I feel when I actually get there. All right. Let's move on. Let's go to the big A. Attainable goals. So is this goal actually attainable with who I am right now? Okay. This is pretty cool. This is my favorite one. So you have to figure out if this goal is set up for you as a person, where you are in life, with the skills and abilities that you have right now. It doesn't mean that it can't be done if you don't. It just means you have to have the self-awareness and the situational awareness to figure out what your weaknesses are and what has to happen for you to do it. So when you identify goals that are most important to you and they're emotional, connected to you, you begin to figure out ways, consciously and subconsciously, of how to make them come true. That's important. Let's read that again. When you identify goals that are most important to you, you begin to figure out ways you can make them come true. So it's like kicking off the first domino. Chain reaction. You need to develop the attitudes, abilities, skills, and mental capacity to reach those goals. Okay? So you begin seeing previously overlooked opportunities to bring yourself closer to the achievement of your goals. So what abilities are you missing right now? So this is important that you have to kind of critique yourself. You have to constructively critique yourself and really figure out, are you ready for this? And do you have the resources, the knowledge, and really the energy to do these things, right? So if you want to run a marathon and you don't like to run and you haven't run before, right now you lack the ability and the skills to do it. It doesn't mean that you won't get done, but right now, as who you are as a person isn't going to work. So you're going to have to really critique yourself and say, Kate, if I want to do a marathon, I have to start running. I have to be a better runner. I have to know more about running. I have to hire a coach that knows about running. I have to read books about running. So it's figuring out where your weaknesses lie and overcoming them. So taking them head on. So instead of pushing them off to the side and just hopefully it's going to work out for itself in the end, that's not going to work. And that's not going to work at all. So you have to be okay with saying that I'm not perfect, that I need to improve on things. And that's where the magic happens. So when you get comfortable being uncomfortable, that's terrific. Okay? So when you're all right with admitting defeat, and you're all right with admitting your weaknesses, you can easily convert them into strengths and you can leverage them all the way down. So goals that have seemed far, far away and out of reach eventually come closer and more attainable because the goals shrink. Not because the goals shrink, my apologies, but because you grow and expand to match them. Alright? You do not have to be perfect at day one. You just have to be aware that you're not perfect at day one and figure out a plan of action to get better at weaknesses. So are your goals attainable from you right now? Alright? Figure that out. Take a look at the abilities, the attitudes, the skills, and the mental capacity that's needed to reach those goals. And be honest with yourself. Are you matching those requirements? If not, bring your A game, change some things up. Relevancy. This is huge. Are your goals relevant to you? To be relevant, a goal must mean something to you and you alone. What this refers to is that you need to make sure all your goals are important to you and no one else. Okay? I don't care if your friends want to lose 20 pounds and you want to lose 20 pounds too. Nope. Your friends want to lose 20 pounds. Your friends might want to run that Spartan race or that obstacle race, and that's great. That's awesome. But those are their goals. They're not you. If you want to do them just because your friends are doing them, you've not found your why. You need to go back. You need to do this again. Okay? So I don't care what Kim Kardashian is doing for her 2015 goals, and I don't care what the latest celebrity gossip is and what's trending on Twitter or whatever else like that right now. You need to figure out what your goals are, what they mean to you, and how they're relevant to you alone. Don't let your friends ever tell you that just having a goal of walking around the block once a day all year, that's a crappy goal. Don't let them tell you that. Any goal that you set that's relevant to you and that's using the SMART formula is a great goal. So keep going, okay? So don't let any of your friends, your family, your coworkers belittle your goals. If they're relevant to you, they're relevant to you and you alone. But also at the same time, don't hop on that fitness and health bandwagon and do something just because somebody else is doing it. Okay? So whether it's joining a challenge or whether it's doing that half marathon or whatever, okay, or doing that cleanse or doing the latest crappy cabbage soup diet, do something that is only relevant to you and let them do their own thing. That's cool. They're going down their own path, you go down yours, okay? Do not set your goals just because your friends and family have it for you. Making it relevant to you gives you that deep emotional connection. And if you connect with your goal on all three realms, the body, the mind, and the spirit, then you will trigger things that happen to make it a reality. You will set your goals in motion just because they're meaningful to you. Your subconscious mind is a wonderful, very powerful thing, And if it means something to you, you are going to do things consciously and subconsciously to start to see those things happen. Okay? But if it doesn't mean anything to you, if you haven't found your why and it's not relevant, subconsciously you're not going to be striving towards that goal. Okay? Time base. This is huge. This is very, very important. All your goals have to have a deadline. They have to, whether it's a day 1 or day 90 or day 200, I don't care. But your goal needs to be grounded with a time frame. With no time frame tied to it, there's no sense of urgency. There's no deadline, there's no scarcity, there's no nothing. And we work good as humans. Our patterns work really, really well with having a deadline. So if you want to lose 10 pounds, when do you want to lose it by? Okay, so if you just say, I want to lose weight, that's crappy. But even if you just say, I want to lose 10 pounds, that's crappy too. If I want to lose 10 pounds, when do you want to lose it by? I want to lose it by May 1st. Perfect. Done. We have a game time and a game plan and a time frame. And just saying someday, guys, is not going to work. It is not going to work and you're going to fall hard. But if you anchor it with the time frame by May 1st, then you've set your unconscious mind in motion to begin working on that goal. Plus, you know when you need to get your crap together, right? If it's mid-April and you've only down 2 pounds, get it going, all right? Your goal is only realistic if you truly believe that it can be accomplished. So I know that a lot of our clients and a lot of the people out there, they struggle with setting time for their goals because they don't know what's realistic. Say that I want to lose 50 pounds in 30 days. And the trainer's going to give you that odd smirk and say that's too aggressive, okay? Or if you say I want to lose 5 pounds in 12 months, the trainer's going to give you that odd smirk and saying that's way too fluffy. It's tough for you to figure out what's realistic based on time, but if you've done all the steps properly, you figured out your why, you figured out a specific goal, a measurable goal, an attainable goal, and a relevant goal, it usually figures itself out. Okay? So these goals mean something to you and to you alone, so you can set timelines that are a lot more realistic to your commitment levels and what's realistic to your lifestyle and what's realistic for you to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay? So don't set goals for, don't be fluffy with yourself and say I want to lose 10 pounds in 6 months. You know you can do it in a month. Right? So be aggressive, don't be fluffy. And if you've done the homework and you've done the research on defining your why and developing your specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant steps, this will take care of itself. Okay? You have to have that deadline. Right? It's just like in high school or in university when that paper was ready and that paper was due the next day. Yeah, we worked our arses off because we had a deadline. We had something accountable to it. Okay? Super important, guys. Go back and review these. It's very, very important. And if you do not have your why, you won't have your smart. If you do not have your smart, you won't have this step. Okay? It's accountability. Your goals are crap. No need to stay accountable to them. So go back and figure them out. But once you have all your ducks in a row and you want to stay accountable to these goals, which is the end game, that's what we want out of this, these are the steps to follow. Okay? Number one, and more emphasis on number one, is write your goals down. Write your goals down. When you put pen on paper, things become real. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. It just becomes real to us all. Okay, so if we get that thing out of the back of our mind and on paper, it makes it a reality. Okay, this is very, very important. Number one, and then it triggers off everything else. So now that you've written down your goals, place them somewhere you see every day, multiple times a day. Whether it's by your bed, by your desk at work, or on the fridge, or cupboards, or on your home screen on your phone. I don't care where they are. Just make sure that you see them. Okay? And corny as it sounds or not, say them aloud. Say them out loud. I want to lose 10 pounds by May 1st. I want to lose 10 pounds by May 1st. I want to lose 10 pounds by May 1st, and this is how I'm going to get there. Okay? Say this out loud, because you are going to be holding yourself accountable when you're doing that. Number 3, use a buddy system. This is terrific. This is great, okay? Especially with fitness. This works and works like nothing else. So start a fitness plan with a friend. The more support structures and the more fishing poles you can have in the water, the bigger chance you get to catch the big fish. So if you have more people involved in this, you have more people to be accountable to, and you have more people holding your ass to the fire, you have more people that want you to succeed. Your friends and family should be doing everything in their power for you to stay on track and on plan. You should have the best support system and the best supportive environment around you. And if your friends are sabotaging your success, and it means something to you, you should really take a look at your group of friends. They should be bending out of their way, or letting you bend out of your way for you to accomplish something that's important to you. Okay? And if they're sabotaging your goals, usually they want to bring you down so they don't have to bring themselves up. You need to evaluate your friends. So make sure that you have a really good support structure around, a very good support environment around, and see who in your life is sabotaging and see who in your life is supporting. Very, very cool here. Number 4, have something riding on this. Again, this is human nature, human patterns. But if you have something on the line, you're going to work. You're going to work a lot harder. So I don't care whether you have to place a wager or join a fitness challenge for a fee, like the 21-day challenge we have here at 360, or have a friendly bet with friends. It doesn't have to be money. It could be whatever. I need to, do your laundry or do your groceries or mow your lawn, something. Okay, so have something riding on it. Have something that you are going to lose or win based on it. Okay. Number 5, this is sweet because this is the new age. This is technology. If you can have 10 people on your side supporting your goals and encouraging you to succeed, imagine you had 1,000 or 10,000. Well, that's where social media and the blog comes in. Okay, so use social media and/or a blog or both or one, or I don't care. But tell as many people about your goals as possible. Okay, it's very simple. All the clients here that have told more than one person, every single time they add another person to that list, their chances of succeeding and chances of success just keep going up. It's almost exponential. So keep your friends in the loop and be honest with them. Okay, so I want you to celebrate successes where hey, I lost 10 pounds by May 1st. Woo! Pat on the back, that's great, that's awesome. Okay, but also I need you to be honest with yourself. I need you to be imperfect, and I need you to admit defeat. You lost 8 pounds by May 1st, or maybe you went up 10 pounds by May 1st. You need to tell them about that. You need to write about that. And you're going to tell one friend, and you're going to tell your 10 friends, or your 10,000 Facebook friends, or whatever. But it's going to suck, and it's going to suck hard telling them that you failed the first time. But trust me, the second time, you're not going to fail. You don't want to have that conversation again. You don't want to expose yourself. It really sucks the first time, guys, but dig deep. Celebrate your successes with your friends, but also admit defeat. This is where a lot of times when people will be giving you some warranted and unwarranted help, and a lot of it's going to help. Okay? And a lot of your friends are going to come to your aid and say, what can we do to make you better? What can we do to help you with your goals? Okay? But you won't get there unless you admit defeat and be honest with yourself, be imperfect, and self. Okay? But also at the same time, pat yourself in the back, celebrate those successes and celebrate hard, and kick yourself in the ass and defeat. Now, 6, this is really cool. Use the carrot and sticks. Carrots and sticks, baby. So use a reward and consequence for everything you do. So give yourself a reward and a gentle punishment for all of it. All right? So I know the public humiliation and shaming would be good on social media for step number 5, if you have to defeat, but give yourself a carrot and a stick. So if you hit your goal, you lost 10 pounds by May 1st, book a spa day. Go get a new shirt or a new pair of pants, or go slip into that favorite black cocktail dress and get yourself a new one. I don't care what it is, but give something to yourself where you said, I've done this. Okay? The body and the mind have a very cool way of associating rewards with doing the same thing over again. Okay? If I got a reward from it, I'm going to do that again and again and again and again. Okay? It's just like a kid. You wouldn't give them a toy if they left their room dirty, but as soon as they clean the room, give them a toy, they're going to have that association, that positive reinforcement, and they're going to do it again. Okay, and they're going to do it again more and more and more. And also at the same time, you need to have some negative reinforcement. Gentle negative reinforcement, okay? So what we need to do here is you need to go out of your way to tell yourself you screwed up. Okay, I know this sounds terrible, I know it sounds bad and everything, but we're not on Oprah here. We're being honest. So give yourself that reward, but also give yourself a gentle punishment. So go out of your way to do something that you wouldn't typically do. Okay, just to remind yourself that, okay, this time, keyword, this time, I failed, but I'm going to get better. Until then, I'm going to do this. Whether it's, giving a lump sum to a charity, or doing some volunteer work, or, cleaning up some garbage on the side of the road, or mowing that friend's lawn. I don't care what it is, but doing something where you are punishing yourself in a gentle way to remind you and remind your subconscious that I don't want to do this again. All right? Not that donating to charity is something you shouldn't be thinking as a punishment, but go out of your way where you see a hit in some capacity because you did not succeed. And then also give yourself that nice pat on the back at the spa day or joke or something where you give yourself that carrot. The mind is a cool and powerful thing, and negative reinforcement and positive reinforcement are real and they are good as ever. So use them to your advantage, guys. So follow these steps on how to stay accountable. So write your goals down. Write your goals down. Place them somewhere you see every day, hopefully multiple times a day. Say them aloud if you can. Use the buddy system. Have something about it on it, so place a wager. Use social media or blogs. So in other words, just sharing it with as many freaking people as possible. Use the carrots and sticks, guys. Okay. So if you follow those steps, if you found your why, if you develop smart goals, and if you follow these ways to stay accountable, you are on the right track. Now, if you're on the right track and you want to achieve your goals, I'm going to tell you a very cool industry secret. You have to do something about it. You have to take action. I don't care how good your intentions are. I don't care how nice your goal sheet is. And I don't care how color coordinated it is. And if you did it in Excel with formulas and reminders in your phone and you're using the latest cool app for fitness or you have a sweet Nike Fuel, I don't care. You need to do something. Take massive, imperfect action. You do not have to be perfect overnight. If you have a marathon goal in July and you go around the block tomorrow, that's cool with me, okay? That is cool with me. Just do something that you didn't do yesterday. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep striving, and take massive, imperfect action. You do not have to wait for the stars to align in your, the latest yoga outfit to come in the mail, and you do not have to wait. Just get started. Just get your arse in gear and get moving, guys. I don't care about your intentions, nobody else does. Actions speak way louder than the words, okay? And results are addictive. If you take action, you get a result, however small it is, you're going to want more, and you're going to want more, and you're going to want better ones, and you're going to want cooler ones. And that will breed more action and breed more results, and in the end, more success, okay? That kind of wraps it up, guys. I want you to take massive, imperfect action. I want you to find your why. I want you to develop smart goals. I want you to get after it and stay accountable, okay? Making a healthy lifestyle commitment is for a lifetime. It's not, it's not a New Year's resolution where it's only, 15-day goal. These steps and these actions and these formulas is going to help you succeed in other areas of your life too. So don't just think about this as health and fitness. That's great. That's awesome. But use it for everything else, okay? Go after what you want. Don't let anybody else hold you back, especially friends and family. If it means something to you, it means something to you. Go after it. You deserve this. You need this. You want this. Go do something about it. Okay? Take action. That's all I got for you guys today. You've been fantastic as always. I want to hear from you. So if you have a question, comment, concern, do not let it ride for too long. Get at me. So give me an email, give me a social media post, comment, private message. I don't care. Get at me somehow. My email address is jack@360fitness.ca. That's jack@360fitness.ca. I answer every single email. It doesn't matter. Just send any questions you have. I would love to help you out. Whether I'm posting this on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social media stuff, or even on our YouTube page or our blog, get at me. Okay? If you have a silly question, it might seem silly to you, but there's probably, I bet you, 40 or 50 more people that have the same question. So drop the ego at the door, ask that question. I don't care how silly it is or small it is. I will help you and I want to help you. That is my goal, is to help you guys succeed. It all comes around. Okay. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for being on this kick-ass journey of 2014 with me. I'm setting my own goals for 2015 and I will share them with you in the near future. All the best and happy holidays, happy New Year. Don't drink and drive tonight, guys. Be safe out there.